15 women in this final. Julie Jutta Lindner, one of the women who I mentioned as having run under 9 minutes this year. Andrea Nygaard-V leads the way with 9:57.72, as she did over the border in Sweden. There's Nygaard-V, looking very calm, confident. She was a very assured winner of the semi-final. Lamoni Hiolu. So Flannery of Ireland. Berkova is actually the national under-20 champion. Heather Allen, two-time Irish champion. Is the Stella Fernandez, one of the women who set a personal best in her heat. Lily Gold. Now we're switching to the inside of the track. Herald Dubanet of Spain and Ukraine. Romanet, France. And here's Karolina Yarasova. Won this title 2 years ago as a 17-year-old in Jerusalem. Now, here's a talent, Mambadovic. 7 times Serbian under-20 champion in various distances. Olivia McGee, reigning British champion. Boris Vidkova. And on the inside, the very good German, who came through very strongly, qualified comfortably, despite falling in her heat. Draped over a barrier at one point, picked herself up and came through for a good qualification. So the championship record has been on the books since 2009 to the great Caroline Björkli Grovdal. Grovdal, of course, gone on to senior titles. 10,000 meters. Grovdal was such a good steeplechaser. Decided to just move away from the barriers not long into her senior career. But of course, she's a multiple European cross-country champion. So whoever wins this, I think great things await. European record held by Geta Felicitas Krause at 8:32.74.
I think what's interesting about this final, Phil, you've got 3 outstanding contenders who on paper are miles quicker than everyone else. Nygaard-V is Europe's fastest with 9:51. You've got the defending champion Yarosova at 9:53 and Lindner, who fell in the heats at 9:55. The next quickest is the European under-18 silver medalist from last year, Berkova, who's never run inside 10:10.
There's some women having problems with the water jump once again, as we saw in the heats. Yeah, I think that's a very valid point, Rob. I also think, though, somewhere, some of these women have got untapped talent and will rise to the occasion as well. We saw that, as I say, with no less than 6 personal bests in the heats.
She'll be disqualified for that because she went round the wrong side of the barrier, which is a real shame.
Yes, and obviously nerves playing a part, and it's a very crowded field as well. That's a narrow exit as well. It's difficult to sight that water barrier because it's on the outside of the track. So we'll just settle down in the steeplechase. We're back to the discus.
Well, what a funny competition Dobbo has had. He's in 8th at the moment. He's earned himself a further 3 throws. Dobbo is the 2nd best in Europe this year. Oh, that's more like it. He almost didn't make the final. He had 2 no throws in qualification and then scraped in with a 57.36. It's been a similarly wobbly start to the final for the Hungarian, but he's made it, and all of a sudden he's right in the mix. Not just in the mix, he's the man in charge now. The top 3 all throwing over 61 metres. Dobbo from Lampinen and Van Dalen in 3rd. The discus competition really coming to life beautifully.
So 1:21 first lap. That translates as 81 seconds. Yarasova at the front, Lindner at the front, Nygaard V at the front. The three women we were talking about as having run under 10 minutes this year. So they've just gone through 1 kilometre. Five laps to go.
The top three are in front in the women's 3000-metre steeplechase. Rodziak is the European under-18 champion. He's off the pace, but no longer. He joins a growing list of those in contention over 60 metres. He was over the moon with his massive PB in the shot put, one of his weaker events. That's more like it from last year's champion from Banska Bystrica. 60.81. He moves up to fourth. There's real drama brewing in that discus final, that's for sure.
Well, they went through 1 kilometre in 3:23. Fairly modest pace. That's still well outside 10 minutes. Of course, it's the three big women up the front now, starting to put a bit of daylight between themselves and the rest. Yarasova, Lindner and Nygaard V. Advantage of pulling away is they all get clear sight of the barriers. So it's the three favourites. However, they're massed behind her. Lost a few up the back now. There was a bit of an injection of pace there on that lap. So it's now the three women who we were expecting to be at the fore. Lindner on the inside, Yarasova in the middle, Nygaard V taking the long way round.
Van Dalen, he's in the bronze medal position, but this man is used to winning everything. He's the best in Europe this year. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Dobbo was leading with 81.89. I think he's moved into the lead. Gold in the shot put. He's desperate to take gold here in the discus after just missing out on the ultimate medal last year at the World Under-20s. Cometh the man, cometh the talent. 63.18, Van Dalen in the lead.
Well, there's excitement in the field, excitement on the track. Lindner now pushing the pace. Nygaard V just watching what her German rival's doing. Well, they're slightly leaving Yarasova unsighted.
And by the way, it's Mamedovic and Berkova chasing the top three there in that steeplechase. Lampinen. Can he respond to Van Dalen's 63 metres? Not with that. Still in a medal position. But we now just have Lampinen on the podium. He's got one hand on the bronze, which is the colour he picked up in Lima in South America last year. But this is on home soil. He's prowling around. He's ready to deliver more.
Just coming up to 2 kilometres in this race. And now the big three are starting to stretch away from Berkova and Mamedovic. Nygaard V now going to the front for the first time. And she's starting to accelerate. And you can see that she's glancing up at the big screen. She wants to know where the rest are. Well, they're just immediately behind her. Lindner, Yarasova. It's still not exactly a majorly difficult pace for any of these women. 2 kilometres, 6:46, exactly the same 3:23 kilometre as the first kilometre. So it's very, very steady pace, and it's outside 10 minutes. Oh, it's Yarasova. Yarasova's gone out. Yarasova's gone out. Oh, it looks as though she's pulled something, a knee problem. Oh, tragedy for the defending champion. We've still got Lindner and Nygaard V up front, though, as they go through with 2 laps to go. Nygaard V now looking to put the pressure on Lindner, and that's opened it up for who else is going to get on the podium. It's a battle for the bronze behind them as well, with Berkova and Mamedovic shoulder to shoulder.
Well, a real disappointment there for the defending champion. I saw her just grimacing as she came off the water jump. Mamedova and Berkova almost bumping into each other. Massive opportunity for one of those two to pick up the bronze, and don't rule out the Frenchwoman, Zoe Bourgui, who's just behind in 5th. But Nygaard and Lindner now in a two-way battle for the title.
So coming across the water jump for the penultimate time, coming into the home straight, got just under 500 meters to go. It was Bourgui just stuttering there going into the water jump. She had a few problems with the water jump in the heat, took 2 duckings, but she's still in the final. So Nygaard V now, just for the very first time in this race, starting to look a bit strained across her face. Lindner on her shoulder. Now Nygaard V starting to really push hard, trying to break Lindner. She's starting to pull away from the German. It's the speed of the Norwegian. She's trying to follow in the footsteps of her great compatriot Caroline Björkli-Grovdal. Nygaard V now starting to really lay down the gauntlet. Lindner really doesn't have anything to answer at this stage. 3 barriers to go. Lindner looking very tired very suddenly. Now it's Berkova getting away from Mamadovic. Last year's silver medalist in Banska Bystrica in the under-18 ranks. Over the water jump for the last time. No problems for her. Lindner hanging on with gritting her teeth. She knows all she's got to do is stay calm and collected, and the silver medal's hers. But Nygaard V stutters a little bit before the last barrier, but steeplechase gold once again, just like it's done on several occasions in the past, notably in 2009. Steeplechase gold goes to Norway. 9:57.59. Time doesn't matter. Andrea Nygaard V has taken the gold medal in the women's 3,000-meter steeplechase, and she ran it as she wanted to. A tactically brilliant race. Let the others do the hard work during the early stages, and then with 2 laps to go, really cranked up the pressure. Juliette Lindner responded and was still there until about 250 meters to go. The German comes through for silver in 9:58.77. And there is a Czechia athlete on the podium, but it's not the one we expected. Instead, it's Emma Berkova, last year's silver medalist in the under-18s, gets the bronze here in Tampere, takes bronze in the under-20 ranks in a personal best of 10:09.71.
Well, Memadovic, who was right in the mix for the bronze, was absolutely out on her feet on that last lap. Berkova streaked away from her. Excellent finish from Borges as well. She's rewarded with a PB. So too Vitkova. Lindner did all she could to live with the pace of Nygaard V. But she wound it up. She wound it up and she pulled away. Massive drama on that water jump when Karolina Urasova, the defending champion, just had to sidle off the track, and she collapsed in floods of tears. Obviously a problem at the water jump. Berkova's done brilliantly to follow up that silver last year with a bronze here in the under-20s. There will be that disqualification. That's Herald, because you're not allowed to go on the wrong side of the barrier. That was the first time round on the water jump. But Nygaard V was so confident and so bold. Excellent spirit right there towards the line, because Lindner was sprinting for all she was worth. But Nygaard V could afford to celebrate the moment. Youth Olympic Festival silver 2 years ago. European Under-20 gold in 2025. And she loved it.
Andrea Nygaard V clinching gold with a 3:11 last kilometre. She didn't need to run any personal best. She had the turn of speed to get gold. There's all the 3 medalists grouped together. As I said, Berkova, I wonder what was going through her mind when she saw her compatriot move to the side of the track and go down on her knees. I hope Urasova is going to be okay.
Hey, I'm Melissa Fitzgerald, and you need to go and sign up to European Athletics YouTube.